Okay, I think we are live. I am going to check out the chat. As usual, wait for some folks to come in. Bit of a spontaneous one today. So Raphael just sent me his newly updated changes to Rhythmizer 2.1. And so, yeah, usually we would be running through these and doing all the testing behind the scenes. But I thought, hey, why don't you guys join me? Let's test this out together. I obviously have gone through like the things like one time just to make sure that they were working. It'd be kind of embarrassing if like he sent me something that wasn't working, but he's tested it. People in our network have tested it. Now I'm going to test it, but with you. Hey guys, Hector, Alinka, Martin, what's up? I'll wait for a few more folks to roll in. I don't usually do these on my own anymore. Obviously been doing them with Ben, so I hope it's sounding okay. Hey, Vish, your name is Vishrendra. Hey, how's it going? Sebastian, what's up, dude? Nice to see ya. All right. So yeah, I hope it's all like looking and sounding okay. I usually get help with this bit. All right. Okay, there's some people watching. So what have I got here? So just put together a really basic kind of down tempo thing. Put some of the groove mutations in there. Bit of atmosphere. Suit free atmosphere. I've got a slight echo. Okay. Let's figure that out. Got a slight echo. I can kind of hear it a bit too. Let's see. 1 2 1 2. Has everything got an echo on it? Has the music got an echo on it? There's also this like hilarious delay with our streaming. So like, okay, you're saying no sound is okay. Great, good stuff. All right, so yeah, really basic down tempo loop, and I will also be using this as an opportunity to run through the new wavetables from Virtual Light, which I hope you all have. Honestly, I was just like so blown away when Vince sent these over. I've been really busy and he's been kind of like hassling me like, dude, I got these wavetables. I'm like, yeah, I'll check them out soon. And when I actually went through them, I was like, wow, okay, these are really effing good. So I will use those to test out Rhythmizer 2.1. So let's check it out. We are here. Yeah. Okay. Rhythmizer 2. Okay, so also, like we haven't done the graphics yet. Like it still says Rhythmizer 2.0. Even the layout of all the stuff is like we're going to be like finessing that. And maybe you guys have some feedback today. That would be awesome, actually. If you guys are leaving comments, let me just make sure that make sure that I am actually changes to Rhythmizer. Okay, do we get update? Yes, of course. This is going to be a free update for everyone who's bought Rhythmizer. Yeah. But yeah, so I would love your feedback on all the features. Let's just run through what they are really quickly. So maybe the most exciting one is this looping. So a few people got in touch with a sort of workflow issue which they had, which I actually hadn't foreseen, which was that people sometimes wanted to be able to loop what they just heard. So instead of it generating just sort of like just eternally random MIDI, if they heard something, they would want to loop it and sort of capture it. And our response was, well, okay, but I mean, it is just like an eternal MIDI, eternally random MIDI generator, and you can just go ahead and record it into a new MIDI channel, you can just open up a new MIDI channel set to record from Serum and hit record and just do that. So, but no, Raphael has gone ahead and made a looping thing, and so you can, for instance, loop the bar that you just heard. I mean, that's just so awesome, isn't it? Everyone is saying, did we get a free update? Yes, this is a free update for people who've bought Rhythmizer 2. So Rhythmizer 1 was part of the Radical Devices pack. I mean, Rhythmizer 2.0 is like such a huge update. Think of it like this is like a new Massive. Like, you didn't just get like the new Massive for free just because you bought the first Massive. Like, to us, like Rhythmizer 2.0 is such a new, different beast that it's just too good to sort of just give away as a free update. But it's so worth it. I mean, it's really become a beast of its own, you know. So so we have looping, which we'll obviously be looking at in a second, and then we have a map. So, man, this is so cool. So some of you will be familiar with where am I at? Is that what I'm looking for? I think I'm looking for MIDI effects. Audio effect, like this Max for Live. I mean the other one. This Max for Live LFO, right? So you can map like anything to anything. I could just like whatever. I think I have to configure that first. Right, so you can map like anything to this LFO, which and don't forget I'm still kind of new to Ableton Live, so as a Cubase guy, I'm just so immensely excited by stuff like that. Stuff like that you just can't really do in Cubase, so that's awesome. Anyway, he's built that into the actual Rhythmizer now. So this velocity, as well as outputting velocity information, can also output, you can map this value to like anything. So, I mean, how sick is that? Just jump into the chat, a few people, when is it going to be VST? So, it is literally being worked on right now. I am developing it with Richie from Bombshenka. It's just great to work with like an old friend. We go way back. Obviously, many of you will know the Bombshenka Machines plugins. He's a man behind all that. So it's just great to have him on the team. And I'm literally just like doing the GUI at the moment, but it's happening. He's got like the basic engine working. So I can't give you an exact date right now, but it's like being made like at the moment. So right, so back to this device, new features. So shuffle, fucking shuffle. Like, so now you've got regular, triple time, dotted time, and you know, any subdivision of, and now you can add shuffle. What else is there left to do after those things? So that's really awesome. We're of course going to be running through all of this and testing it. And then we also have on this random mode, we have the scale mode is now goes in both directions. So previously, so I don't think those have been implemented on up and down yet. And so I need to follow up with Raphael on why that is. And if there isn't a good reason, then we will, I guess, just implement that. So previously, it was only going upwards when it was triggering scale steps, and now you can have it going in both directions. Awesome. So without any further ado, let's just like jump in and hear this thing. And so. A lot of feature phonic here, Groove Mutations by 9 Cents, like huge, awesome pack, and And the Futurephonic skin, oh, all the Futurephonic good stuff. I love the skin. So let's run it. So of course it being with my, alright, so we need to have our note there, and is this working? Let's just run it in solo for a minute. So I think, check out a couple of these wavetables. This one's good. Just got it on a bit of an LFO here. So cool. Right, let's turn Rhythmizer 2.1 on. And okay. Oh, it's on looping. Alright, so there we go. And I've got some delay on that. Just turn that off for a minute. Alright, and so let's put some random gating on. Straight away. So let's hook velocity up to, I've already done that. Let's hook velocity up to filter. Those are already connected. So let's start getting some random velocity. Oh, straight in. I should have hooked up this. Let's see, is that still? Okay, not sure why. Let's just put a bit of delay on. Oh, it's because I mapped it. Right, there we go. Turn off looping mode first, haha, and then record into the buffer. Okay, Raphael in the chat. I don't know why someone's left an angry face. Why has someone left an angry face? That's weird to me. I think this is all very, very cool. So, right, let's check this out. So, start bringing in. Now, I usually start with like the minor pentatonic. It's the most foolproof. Literally can't play a wrong note. Add some more steps. And so now we have this in, I guess you call it bidirectional. So now it's doing 9 steps either side of the tonic. So that's actually really cool, because with these wavetables, like as we all know, they sound really good when they go really low. So oh, so cool. I'm gonna put the asymmetry on. So I really love modulating this as well. Yes, absolutely yes. So the more we push these steps up, the more it's pushing in both directions. All right, let's test out. I just want to hear the shuffle real quick. So I'll turn the gating down so we can just sort of hear the definition a bit more. Ah. Okay, proper full swing there. Now, of course, I need to swing out this beat if I'm going to Right, so groove. Ableton. User library. Sure, the grooves were there. People who use Live all the time are like, do that. I think it's core library grooves. So let's put a swung beat on. I think. Let's see, basic swing 16s. All right, then I double click that. That's the one. All right, there we go. And kaboom. Tasty. Let's get a couple 30-second notes in there. Just the occasional one. Okay, I think there's swung 30 seconds, which is why that sounds weird. So yeah, let's try the odd 8th note. I think it's swinging the 8ths as well. There we go. Okay, now this looping mode. So I'm going to see, can I hook up a shortcut to this? Kaboom. All right, let's give this a go. I'm just gonna do it in solo first. Right, let's give it a go. So oh. Okay, so no idea if I'm actually doing this right. So oh, there you go. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get the beat back. Yes. Get a bit of delay. I mean, okay, I have to hear this in 16th mode. Come on. Raphael, you old dog. Let's run through some of the wavetables. Just a tip: when you mess with the loop size while still engaged, it changes the speed, so you will need to record new first with the new loop. Right. So yeah. So best results I'm getting is turning looping on while you're running. So. Now, uh, Raphael would probably be advising me to just be recording everything as well. Let's see. I'm going to turn it off swing just because, okay, we've established it works really well. I but it makes it means I have to go to all my other stuff and put that on a swing, which I just don't want to do. So how to go back to normal 16ths? Is it there? No. This must be so. Okay, groove none. I think that. That it? No. Okay. I'll go back to normal 16ths. I do all the other stuff really well, but Ableton isn't my speciality. Just normal 16ths is there. Straight. How do I do normal 16ths? Years ago, when culture was established, pioneers as real musicians, you have to feel the groove and play by hands with heart and soul. Now press a button and riff is ready. No learn instruments, no play with other people. What kind of music? Okay, so just recently we used machines to make music, and I'm just reading the comments here. Now machines using us to press the button. I mean, this is like we hear this all the time about this device in particular, because on the face of it, yeah, it's just like a random generator. So it's like the computer is literally just like spewing out information, and therefore that will make good music. No, like basically like, yes, it will do cool stuff, but like that doesn't, it takes a good producer to actually say, that was cool. I'm going to put that in a track. Like if you give a new producer and like a veteran producer like 1,000 samples, like 1,000 snares or 1,000 kick drums, and say, well, look, I mean, here's all the information. Well, a new producer will not pick probably as like sort of just as good kicks or snares. You know, I think we're curators. We're curators of what we think makes good music. Occasionally, Rhythmizer does something in a certain way that I identify with my 20 years of experience. I identify that was really good. Record that, keep that, put it in the track. And if people then say, oh, well, the computer gave that to you, it's like the computer gives us so much stuff. I mean, like when I'm sitting there, I'm like messing with like effects and synths and stuff, and something amazing happens, and I go, that little bar right there, that's the good stuff. I put that in, people love it, and like no one's gonna say like, oh, but the computer, like the computer like did that, right? Or like when I'm like messing with guitar pedals, it's not like, oh, like the guitar or the effects are doing that. It's just, but somehow with this device, it's, and I do understand the argument, but honestly, it takes lots of experience to know what good notes even are. And so when it does something, if you're recording it, you go, that little bar right there, that's good stuff. That's takes a lot of experience. It's also just loads of fun. And as you can see, we're having today, and also just does stuff. I mean, more like what Raphael was showing us when we went live with him, but it does stuff like with drum racks that would be really hard to do otherwise. So loving it, basically. All right, let's go back to this. Let's check out some more of these wavetables. And so we haven't tested the map function yet. I'm thinking might check out some reverb with that. Let's see. Let's go to vintage verb. All right, so I'm gonna map the mix. Second, there you go. So now everything that the LFO is doing, the velocity is doing, it's now mapping to the MIDI, to the reverb mix. Excuse me. So I'm gonna just temporarily turn off this velocity to filter for a moment. So let's see how this runs together. Very cool. So I'm going to maybe put this on something like non-linear. Get this in. Okay, and like the LFO that we're all familiar with, we got minimum and maximum. And of course we have the LFO as well. So okay. So this is Rhythmizer mapping it's this velocity speed to this velocity modulation to the reverb mix. So it's just increasing like the interactivity of the device with its environment, which is really, really cool. And I'm gonna put this on something a little bit more musical for a moment. Let's say, so I tend to go for this particular wavetable a lot when I was making my previous banks. Let's do something like this. Nice hearing that delay mod there, because I want to show off the musicality of it. Which reminds me, this is another update. Is Raphael has lovingly added like all of the scales that you would find in the new Live 11. So if you go down here, scales, kaboom, those are all now have been added. If maybe you're making psychedelic trance and you want to surprise people and freak them out, try a different scale. Definitely a good challenge, I think. But I'm going to be really unadventurous and just stick to minor pentatonic, because I'm doing a demo and it's just so much easier. So I've got this mapping to the reverb, and I'm going to just slow that down a bit. So let's slow it down. I'm going to bring the density down. throw some random octaves in. Checking the chat. Exactly. It's just extra hands for some extra inspiration. Sometimes it makes things you haven't even thought of. The important thing is when and how to use it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The computer does so much for us. But if you give a new producer Rhythmizer 2.1, they're just not going to walk away with like a hit that was like generated by a computer. So yeah, it's still, but they will have a lot of fun with it. And so, yeah. Oh, I like that. Let's tighten this up a bit. So if I'm looping it, because I've got the density down, so it's now not playing every note. So if I loop it when it wasn't playing a note, then I'm looping it, not playing a note. Let's check this. I'll put this on like one beat. You can see it's running it. It is looping the MIDI, but it's running it through Serum, which has an octave. Let's just turn that off for a minute. The thing I love about this as well is like when Raphael showed it to us, he was showing us like 147 BPM side trance with loads of like super gnarly FMs, and he built it like for that purpose for himself, and yet like a lot of people buying it are like other genres, some not even electronic music. I'm using it for bells here. It's just, it doesn't really have a sound. That's what I love about it. It doesn't have a sound. It's just a MIDI generator. And sometimes I have to remind myself that it's even MIDI, not audio, because it's so powerful. Try looping a full bar or two for some real magic. Well, if you say so. So let's see. And then I will try that. Oop. little bit of wonky pitch on. Nice bit of wonky pitch. All right. So this is just attached to the fine tune. So I can try this back on 1/8 maybe. But how would it sound with some of these new wavetables? Get that elephant on that. I mean, yeah. That sounds so cool. Hi, Alex. I think I will sample the part where you said record it, keep it, use it in a track. With your permission, of course. You totally have my permission. And use it in a track, heard a rhythm in it, and got an idea. So record it, keep it, use it in a track. I like that. So I want to try. I'm a big dotted fan. I've never said that sentence before, but I love dotted looping. So. Check out it's going upwards on Aeolian. Is Aeolian gone? Did we take Aeolian out? Am I being? I mean, it's basically just a minor scale. Aeolian, same thing. Let's put minor harmonic. So it's got that. It's got that major seventh on a minor scale. Which means I need to adjust my bass. Is this better up an octave? No. let's get one of those awesome serum filters, one of the combs. I think they were really overused in my first pack, and it's been so long since that I'm going to start using them again. So I usually like to have the resonance and the cutoff inverse to each other so that the really low cutoffs have loads of resonance and vice versa. Oh! And you can see it's... I don't even know why that's happening, but I love it. Oh, it's stuck on high resonance. I was like, is that rhythm wizard? No. So you can see that it is moving slowly there because the just in case this isn't totally clear, the velocity modulation, the LFO, is now, you can now map it to anything in live, like anything. So it's mapping to the velocity, to the reverb mix, and also it is still sending out velocity data. So in Serum's velocity, I'm mapping that to this awesome filter business. But so let's make it a little bit quicker. So 3/16, that's kind of dotted thing going on there. Let's give it a go. Didn't turn it on there, did I? Let's get this on an LFO as well. The pan. Well, I love that. It seems to sort of... Is that? Yes. Don't remember that bug before. So the pan sort of splits it into two different filters, basically, left and right. Awesome. Yes! It's sweet. So let's get velocity on this. I kind of like that, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, once again, nothing to do with rhythmizer, it's just the filter. Did it do that before? I guess if I leave it on that. Yeah, it's leaving it on full res. Starts to self-oscillate or self-feedback. So when a sound is coming and going like this, I like to smash the crap out of it, so I will do that with the glue filter. Let's put it just before the delay. Now you can hear all of the notes. Shut up. So quick thing, because we had a couple of questions about the gate bypass. What does it do? So the first rhythmizer was, it was just chucking out 16th notes. So like 16th length notes. So even if it triggered an 8, or even if it triggered a note every quarter, all of those notes would still be a 16th long. But so what if you want it to trigger a quarter note, but it to sort of sustain for a quarter? Well, we want to bypass the gate for the longer notes. That's what this does. It's a gate bypass. So longer notes are not going to be short triggers. They're going to be longer notes. Okay, cool. Loads of chess challenges. By the way, if anyone's on chess.com, Fight for Lotion, find me. Let's play. Super obsessed with chess at the moment. Thank you guys for keeping interest in music. Thank you, for being interested in us. So let's just finish fleshing out the sound a little bit. Check out some more of those. Check out some more of those delicious new wavetables from Vince Virtual Light. Talky ones here. Oh, I should definitely be recording this. So, yeah. So to anyone who's saying Rhythmizer is just doing all the work, I mean, look how much stuff is doing the work for me here. 7 LFOs, modulations going all over the place. Rhythmizer is just another modulator, and I'm just setting up a series of sound generators and modulators all spinning. You know, we got the reverb mix is like going nuts, and the wavetable position and the filter, all the filters, I think that should be up actually, is all going nuts. And I'm just waiting for everything to align just for one moment and go, that's the hit, you know, and that's what this is. So Rhythmizer is just another tool for that. Oh. I'll put this back in bi-directional mode. I'm going to turn the delay and reverb off as well, just so that we're recording it super dry. Let's get the volume up a bit. Wow. Let's get a bit of flanger in there. Come on. Okay, so I want to put an LFO on this. Come on. So let's have another LFO modulating the rate. Don't want it to go quite so high. Also going to map this to dry wet. Let's try the other way. Check out some more of these delicious wavetables. I recorded all of that really quietly. Okay, whoops. It's all digital, it should be fine. Okay, and actually, yeah, when I turned the volume up, that was fine. But I mean, we got some like absolutely amazing stuff in there. Oh, come on. I can hook it up to MIDI. So, okay, kind of going a bit off piste here, but just can't help myself. So let's record from this. Kaboom. so got all that. All of that lovingly generated by the new Rhythmizer 2.1. So, quick recap on the incredible features. We have the looping mode. So that captures MIDI loops as they're coming. I'll just do one quick demonstration here. I really don't want to lose this sound, but okay, just gonna make it a little bit less funky for just a moment, so that I can actually explain these features. And keen to hear your feedback as well, guys. Like it's basically done, but if you have like any like ideas about like ways you would prefer that it was, like feel free to drop a comment. Let's turn all this funky business off. After I turned everything off. Right. Okay, we'll leave the phaser on. So it's got looping mode, which I've put on a shortcut. Great for glitchiness. And you can put that on just a bar. It has a mapping ability, so you can map the velocity output. You can map it not just to velocity, but to any Ableton feature. So let's just close all this business. So I've got that currently hooked up to my Vintage Verb mix. Have I? Yeah. Pretty awesome, and you can just hook that up to anything you want. But I think this random smooth, I think that's new. Raphael, I don't know if you're still here, but is that one new as well? We have shuffle, which is pretty awesome. I believe Raphael was saying that it also humanizes it a little bit. So just great for just getting it just very slightly off grid. We now have bidirectional ability on the scale mode. So it's going not just above, but below the bass note. And a whole bunch of new scales as well. And all of this, except for the mix function, should be integrated into the VST, which, just to answer again, is coming together. I really wouldn't tell you if it wasn't true. It's basically just finishing off the UI at the moment, but Richie's got the engine basically working, so it's happening. Also, Hertz mode for LFO is new. Right, so that would be Hertz, right? So we can go off the off the grid, as it were. So yeah, unless there's any questions, let's wrap it up there. Got loads of awesome sound out of this. So delicious. So, guys, thanks so much for joining me. It's been really fun. Let's catch up like this more often. I like just tapping in with you guys. I'm going to come to the stream, and so we will keep you up to date as well about more live streams coming. But for now, have a great week. Hope your Monday is a little bit less blue, and we'll talk soon. Okay, cheers. Bye, guys.